Get used to it, Brody.
All right, welcome to the Daily Dustin Diggs. I am here with my buddy Terry.
What's up? What's up?
AKA Unk, but there's man. I read two things in the past 2 weeks on Facebook that broke my heart. One, Norm Macdonald passed away, great comedian, and the other one was you're talking about retiring Unk.
Okay, yeah.
I had to bring it up first because everybody's tuning in right now and everybody wants to know what's going on with that.
Oh well, after the I actually kind of the post came up today, so somebody commented, and so I just replied to the whole post, whereas I'm not going to retire Unk due to the fact of people actually coming up to me, texting me, calling, and all that about Unk, and just the love that they have for him. So I kind of I did take the post down, but I retracted my statement as far as like me retiring him. Actually, we're just gonna revamp and just keep going. So that's where we're at now. With
well, good. Well, I think you might have got to the point where it was so much Unk that nobody really saw the other great characters that you can play, right?
Well, I mean, that's actually just the thing of I'm doing new characters now, so other characters weren't into play anytime prior to this. So Unk really inspired me to do more characters. But as just also with me, it's like I don't want to be bored. I think I didn't want to be bored just doing Unk. Somewhat to what you were saying, I do feel like I have other characters and there's other things that I can bring to the table. So I love Unk. Unk is Unk, but
I love Unk. And when I first saw you, I saw you on Facebook. I kept seeing you on Facebook everywhere, and I was like, and then we were talking about doing the STL live show, and I was like, well, if we're gonna do a show, we got to try to go out and get the best in St. Louis. I go, there's this guy that I don't know who he is yet, but I see his character and I see these videos he's put on. I'm gonna go try to reach out to him, and you came out to the first taping of STL Live, which was great. But everybody's busy in life, right? You have your own comedy thing going on, so like I knew that it might not have been a long-term thing with you, but at least we had the pleasure.
We're long-term. It's just like it was just just my plans and just things that I had going at that time just really didn't fit into the schedule. Let me say that of STL Live, and I'm still with I love STL Live, the whole concept of it, and just everything that you guys are pushing with it. And it was that was the whole thing, the scheduling. But yeah, definitely just know we're always tied in, and man, we got to get back to it. Just other things as far as with Unk and STL Live.
Yeah, we did one skit, Unk and the King. It's probably one of the best ones we ever did.
Nah, I don't know about the best ones, man. I love a few of the skits that you all have put together without Unk, and it's like that's especially the Kung Fu, not the Kung Fu guy, but he was he like a meditator? He was.
I think it was it Keenan's Kung Fu, or was it the Dr. Horatio kind of?
I think Dr. Horatio.
Darren did that. Yeah.
That one, and then it was the one where he had the scarf on his head, and he what was he? I don't know if he was a psychiatrist. He was a counselor. He was something,
right?
And it was I forgot my guy's name, but it was hilarious, and I thought that was one of the dopest ones.
Oh I think that was Ron Finger, right? Ron Finger on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one too. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Ron's a busy guy too. I'd love to. Yeah. So with the great thing with STL Live, it's an open kind of club, so people can come and go as they want. Right now, Mary's taking a break because she's so busy with stuff. So we're just trying to highlight St. Louis comedians.
You guys are doing it, and we appreciate you just being understanding to everybody's individual busy schedules. I mean, because we're all grinding still, so it's for the most part, a lot of us kind of make our schedules in a sense, but we just you never know when the show's gonna come up or anything like that, and sometimes it is money for us as artists, because a lot of us don't have 9 to 5s.
Right. Right. Well, I kind of always interested with you. We never talked about this before, but how did you get started? What was some of your influences in the comedy? Like I grew up like Chris Farley, the early SNL stuff, and that was kind of like when I do my kind of goofy stuff. I kind of like it's off Chris Farley.
Emulate, yeah. Like so with me, Martin Lawrence.
I can see that.
Your Eddie Murphys. Your who is you got your Ernest, Ernest Goes to Jail and all that,
Yeah.
Oh man, I love those.
I love those grown up Ernest movies.
Yeah. Man, it's a lot of Mama's House. You got, man, it's a lot of comedy that influenced me. But yeah, you got your Martin Lawrence's, your Eddie Murphys, your Richard Pryor's, your
Tyler Perry. You big on Tyler Perry?
I like Tyler Perry. He didn't influence me as far as what I do though.
Right.
I'm inspired by him though. But yeah, more so like Rick, Red Fox. I'm inspired by a lot of local talents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for real. Like I be very proud and just grateful to know the people that I do know, that may know more people than I know, you know what I mean? But just what they've done and achieved thus far and what they can do, like I'd be more inspired by that.
It was really knocked me on my ass as a local comedian. He came in this past month working with STL Live. Tommy Dangerfield.
Love him.
Man, is he fucking fantastic or what? That guy is like amazing, and just his timing. Because I'm all about. I grew up with video editing and doing stuff, so I always look at like pacing and rhythm with especially in comedy, and he has it down. And that's one thing I noticed about you is in your videos is sometimes you won't say something, sometimes you'll just give that look, and sometimes that's more powerful than some kind of like word you could say.
It's like when you come up in that time where it's too like you were able to see like the just the non-verbal comedies, where it's like you didn't hear anything. They were Three Stooges for the most part. Some shows you see, they didn't say anything, but for the most part they did speak. And it's just like, but it was the facial expressions and just things that outside of talking that could still make you feel the way that they feel without them even saying anything.
Right. Right.
And that's just something like, it's just, man, it's just from watching. It's nothing that I'll be like, oh, let me do. No, it was just from watching. Now, as I've, figured it out and learned, like, okay, these are things that, because everybody say your face tells it all. And so it's like, okay, well, let me just continue to work on those facial expressions, because when I'm watching movies, whether it's a comedy or drama or something, but it's like, you get it from their face, let alone their actions and words.
Especially like Will Ferrell's really good at that. And then, even Kevin Hart does facial expressions too. Yeah,
and it's just with like Will Ferrell. Like I mean, definitely, like he's a legend. He's very good with it. Kevin Hart, I mean, he's just kind of, with me. Kevin Hart is kind of you kind of know that this face may come up, or
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
it's like, but I mean, yeah,
I can see that. Growing up, I guess you were probably a household of family. Were you always the funny guy in your house? Like, what was it like?
So the household, it was like, no. I mean, I don't know. Like when I was younger, I didn't really look at being funny and all that. I just really for me, really, it's just natural. Like it's not till you get older till you really like, oh, okay, I'm funny enough to do this like this, but it's just like, really, it was just what I did. It's just me as a person just being funny, so it wasn't, and for them, I don't know if I was the funniest. I can't say that because, somebody might have been funny. I didn't really look at it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
well, I always try, people always say in podcasts and things like, that guy's the funniest or whatever, but really it's subjective of who's funniest. You can't say that like Will Ferrell's funnier than Adam Sandler because it's subjective too.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
The competitiveness doesn't come from like, you thinking they're funny. It's just like with them and their art form of how they, translate that to the world. You know what I mean? Like, but if you say, oh, that's just who you feel is funny, but like he may not be funny to the next person. You know what I'm saying? He may not be this big old superstar in their head like he is to you or to somebody else. So yeah, it's really subjective. And I like, a lot of people may say like, man, you funny as heck or whatever it is, and it's like, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm the funniest person in the world though.
Right. Well, yeah. I was reading something about Eddie Murphy, that you meet Eddie Murphy on the set, and he's real quiet and reserved. And somebody asked him why you like that, because he saves his energy for when the camera, because you can't be funny. There's only so much energy you have, and that's kind of like what I do on my takes. Is like I don't give it my all on the rehearsal. I wait till like the camera's rolling, because I don't want to lose that energy.
Yeah, especially with the improv,
Yeah.
definitely gotta, you want to preserve that energy, because I feel that. I definitely understand and feel that. Whereas too, yeah, I'm like that. Like, I may not be, and people be like, I didn't know you was that funny. I mean, because I only wait till it's showtime.
Right.
When it's showtime, that's when it's go time.
That's for me. That's when the anxiety kicks in, and that's what energizes my performance. Is because it's a good anxiety. It's I don't find anxiety bad all the time. It just kind of helps me fuel my tank to perform in front of an audience. Yeah. Doing improv, like just talk about that. Like it takes a certain type of person for a good improv, because a lot of times people try to outdo the other person, but really with improv, this is just my own opinion, but it's a give take. It's sometimes you're kind of almost passing the ball to the next person to hit the line or whatever. And I think that's a big thing people like don't learn when they first start improv.
Yeah, just the sharing.
Yes. Yeah, people don't want to share sometimes.
Yeah. And it's like, cause like I'm like that in life though. Like, I've been on plenty of situations to where it's like I'm like I help friends. Like at that moment, I know it's not about me, even though they'll try to help it make it be about me too, as with them. But it's like, no, I'm just understanding. Like, I'm here to help you. You feel what I mean? So it's like it's about you. Like, when you're doing improv, and sometimes it's not for you to be the funniest.
Right.
It's not even for you. Maybe you could stand out in so many different ways. You get what I'm saying? As long as the chemistry and everything is happening the way it needs to happen. But yeah, you have to share an improv. Like, I mean, with anything though, but in improv is just really just letting people, because you got to let that person be them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that person is not you. So people see you, you got that out there or whatever, but how are you finna help them see the next person, and everybody else in the group alike?
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's just a thing that I do, period, though, because it's like, I can only be as big as those who are around me, and and those who love me. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm like I'm like what you do for the city. Like, I'm trying to one up everybody else. Like, because I'm gonna be up regardless. If I'm one upping everybody else, how am I not up with them?
Yeah, I got you.
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's what you're saying. So can you remember the first video that you put out online that you did your comedy? Like,
first video that I put out online, I did probably, it was a song called Nene, I think, or whatever. But it was a skit where I think the wife and kids were leaving, and I was, as a man, I was just happy everybody was gone in the house or whatever. But it was me cleaning up and all this, and it was just me acting a fool. Really didn't have no premise to it or anything like that. It was just.
But then you released it, then you got like that feedback, and you caught that bug.
Yeah. But like I say, it's just always been like I did a film with some friends. May they rest in peace. But it was so crazy. I did the film where we had the cameras where you put the tape in and everything.
Oh,
and
wow!
So I had a camcorder or whatever it is. It wasn't mine. It was someone else's. But we used that, and I literally had a scene where it's to I think somebody was getting jumped outside. And so I had to shoot it. I wanted to shoot it where somebody was getting jumped outside, so I wanted to shoot it from outside and also inside where somebody was watching from the window. So once I shot it, and the way we shot it like, how we had the Universal Studios, and we would have got sued, but we had their whole little intro in there.
Oh, okay.
So I filmed that, and you had to film it piece by piece.
Right.
And so that's how I filmed it. Well, that's what I knew, I thought or whatever. And at that time, we filmed it literally piece by piece within this camera. So once that stopped, it was the next part of it, and we just did it like that. But so I did the fight outside, and then my clipping was so good from the fight outside or whatever going to the person inside, filming. It's like, I'm like, it's crazy. I don't know how I did that, but it worked out wonderful. And then I don't know. And so, like, when I did that first video, it was like, it's only meant for me to do this. You know what I mean? Granted, I didn't like acting or nothing in high school. Like I hated the sound of my voice on the camera or my.
I was like that too. I still know it sucks, but I deal with it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with it now. Like, I don't care what you know.
Right.
Like, say what you want, feel how you feel.
I am what I am. Too bad you can't learn some of that wisdom that you have now back in high school, because we'd probably be way better off.
But you know what? It just don't let it stop you.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the thing. A lot of people let that, like, I don't care because I didn't know that back then. I know it now. You know, what am I going to do with it now? And that's the thing.
Well, when I first started doing the podcast like 6 months ago, that I said to myself and people, I'm like, I just really enjoy talking to people down here and kind of talking to artists. Like, if I'm good or not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to keep doing it because I'm just enjoying doing it. So,
yeah.
So if you're not even funny or you're not good at comedy, which that's subjective anyways, but if you're enjoying doing anything in life, just do it, right?
Now, and like the end where it's like you handling your responsibilities. I mean, however you make that happen, that's how you make it happen. So it's just like, do what you love to do.
Right. Well, you doing comedy too, I think, because I always had this problem too. I always liked performing, but yet I had to learn all the other aspects of it. And one thing about your videos that you have on your page here, which we'll pull up here, I'll pull up on your site here, but you're a hell of a filmmaker as well. I mean, because you really can tell the scenes with just different angles and things you take. And
man, listen, that's something I'm learning still. Like, I appreciate everybody and anybody who feels like I'm doing. Man, I'm learning this stuff still. Like, and it's like technically I don't do everything the right way. Which I have my friend, my brother, David Ellis. He's a videographer, and he actually went to school for it. So, he's going to definitely help more with that aspect of it and just, show me more things that I may need to learn. But it's just really just me seeing other, like, movies and things. Like, I'm more sitcom. Like, that's what I'm thinking when I'm making my skits. You know what I mean? Like,
I can see that.
Sitcom. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, I'm trying to get a show. I want a show. You know what I mean? I'm trying to show what I want. But it's like, for me seeing those shows and stuff like that, it's just that's what made me want to do my videos how I do them.
Right.
It really was never even the social media aspect of how they did. Like, now I'm actually getting to the point where it's like not being so up on perfecting the videos and just filming.
Well, you know what I've noticed too is because I can put out like a really nice polished video, and then and sometimes a video that's like you film on your iPhone or whatever gets more views and more attention. And so it really comes down to, if it's a good story, it doesn't really matter what you film it with or what it looks like, as long as there's a story or some message.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And it's like, man, so with that, it's just, but I still have to be me. I'm still going to edit it some way and just make it,
Right.
Because in my eyes, like, I still, it's my brand. It's who I, my company and what I represent. And that's just what I want to put out to the world.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate that. It's still learning. I'm learning. It's just I'm doing what I have to do, within my budget and within, my means.
Right.
So.
Right. And your company is Short Attention Span Comedy, and we cut to it right here.
Yes.
And you also have your YouTube channel, which definitely I subscribe to. A lot of great. I just watched the video. I think
we got
there it is. Yeah. So there it is. So, man, you have tons of videos on there, and
we got to get them views, man.
Get those views up. Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out how to, how to take those likes and all that and turn that into like a revenue, especially with me using YouTube and all that. And I just keep working. It's like, because right now I'm like, man, I can't worry about the views. We'll get them, but it's like I'll be looking at them like, man, those views are low.
Well, it's funny too. You probably do a video that's like you don't think is as good as like the video you did before, and all of a sudden this one gets more views and more attention. Mm-hmm. So it's weird because like we have some of the STL Live skits I add together and put out. I'm like, this is probably not going to get that many views, but yet it kills something that we did, like shot on the red and shot with all these lighting and stuff, and it gets way more views. But that happens all the time.
It is. It's a weird thing, and it's like something I'm not like stressing myself over, but it's something that I am trying to figure out.
Are you getting into the TikTok game? Is that?
I listen. So the platform, we was talking about this on the way here as well. TikTok. I'm on TikTok. Well, I'm not actually. Unc is on TikTok. I usually have a company page like on all platforms, but like for TikTok, I just left it with Unc.
Uh-huh.
But Yeah. When I kind of thought about that whole idea before they did it, as far as just like syncing, lip syncing, as far as the movies and things like that.
Right.
That was something that I've been wanting to do. It's just never got around to it. So like that's just another lesson. Like stop waiting.
Yeah.
Just do stuff.
Well, my thing is with TikTok, I'm probably gonna get some hate mail on this one, but there's not really much story in it, and so as a storyteller, not that I'm,
that part, I'm with you. Go.
and it's like somebody's just trying to be famous or whatever, trying to get those views. These good-looking guys, these good-looking women trying to do these poses. I mean, some of the TikTok videos are funny. I will hand it that.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are really good, but majority of the people that are just trying to like take a video of their cat or whatever, it's kind of like, oh man.
I'm too. I like originality. Like it takes away from a lot of originality. Like cause all you got to do is just, for a lot of people, they just get on there and just say whatever it's saying. You know what I'm saying? Like you got some people that get on there, they say what it's saying, but they also their action is like funny too. And you got people that put time in, but for me, it's the originality thing. Like I wouldn't mind if somebody did TikToks of my stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like me doing TikToks of others, it's like I be trying to come out with my own content too much. That's so TikTok. Some things that I gravitate to using that, but for the most part, it's just like, man, I'm just like ready to focus on one social media site and
yeah. And one thing I mean, of course, this is being broadcast to Facebook right now, but I'm so wanting to get off of Facebook with this podcast and because just with the flagging and just. Facebook just doesn't seem like a great platform anymore, and plus it's kind of getting old too. Like it seems like the only ages is like 30, maybe 35 and up is on Facebook. And so the younger crowd's kind of like I guess Instagram and TikTok right now.
Yeah,
so
Instagram is very big. So like that's one thing. That's definitely a platform that I'm building up at this moment. But they are owned by Facebook as well. So
right.
But Instagram. Like I feel like like TikTok is. Facebook is more local to me, and then Instagram is,
right, yeah.
So that's really my logic with that, and then TikTok is all over the place as well. But I just, like I said, I'm trying to focus on one and just let them spread.
Do you look at your analytics like for those other platforms, and is Unc or yourself popular in other cities other than St. Louis?
Instagram, I check my analytics. St. Louis definitely for the most part. Then you got I got Atlanta, and I have to check it. I have a few in New York, but I got a few overseas too.
Yeah, have you ever traveled to Atlanta with Unc and done that?
I was down there for 2 months. 2019 was it 2019 or 2018? I was down there for 2019. Yep, I was down there for 2 months. 2019, correct? Yep, because I just had my youngest son. Yeah, so I was down there for two months from March till May, and we did a play. So I'm in a play called Real Life Hip Opera.
Okay.
And yeah, we did Atlanta in 2019, and we was down there for 2 months, and beautiful, great. Yeah. I want to do more traveling.
Did you make good connections down there? 'Cause
I did.
It seems like the market down there, I mean, that's like a poppin' market because there's like money down there that they're spending into the arts, into the creative field down in Atlanta. Like,
they are, and it's like, to me, definitely, it's something that needs to come down here because you got too many people doing art and all that type of stuff down here. So it's like, why not bring it? But I don't know, politics and all that down here. But
yeah,
Atlanta, definitely, I got that vibe. I definitely got that vibe.
And I think this, of course, this is my opinion, folks, but St. Louis is so tribal, I guess, with the music and the film and the comedy as well, as maybe because there's not any money coming through here, so everybody's kind of fighting over nothing. There's not like, if there was people here hiring people for film and comedy and you probably would have more of a united kind of front here, right?
Yeah, but you just gotta make it happen.
Yeah,
like I charge for Unc,
right?
Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's money out here. You just gotta go and get it. Like, if you're good at what you do, they'll pay you for it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like really just a mindset. Like, it's really like you can create whatever you want to create. Like, you go on Facebook every day, people creating lives. You get what I'm saying? Get paid for it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I think that people are choosing.
Right. Maybe that's just their way of.
Yeah, they choose.
Hey, maybe that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You know, I'm just saying, like, in comedy or any aspect of it, man, as long as you're good at what you do or you find the market for what you do, you can get paid for it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And like, it was the point where it was like, when do I start charging people? When you start calling me. Like, if you call me for this, you know, it's like, well, why wouldn't I charge you? You want this.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Not saying I'm finna bust your head in them, but no, I got to see that I have value somewhere. So that value, I need to, this is such.
How long did it take you to finally get that first call?
For Unc?
Yeah.
It took me a while. I mean, I don't know exactly when it hit. Like, it's been a minute since, you know, I got that first call. Like, but now it's just, you know, a lot of people, like, they don't even recognize me or just, you know, embrace me. Where Unc at?
Right.
What? You know, but I'm cool with it. But now, I definitely charge for Unc.
Right. Right.
I can't thank the people enough. You know, they, you know, created that. And, you know, I created Unc, but they created this want for Unc and is, you know, so I'm just, you know, giving them what they want. But at the end of the day, I have kids. I have to make a living off this because I don't have a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about you and what you want to do with your craft and how you value your craft.
Right. I was watching, this is going to tie into you, by the way, this is a little bit of a story, but I was watching Charlie Chaplin. It was Robert.
I was trying to think of his name when we were talking earlier. Charlie Chaplin.
Yes. But do you see the movie with Robert Downey Jr.? He played Charlie Chaplin.
I didn't.
And so you would think like he went into the costume room and he saw the hat and he saw the outfit and it kind of glowed or whatever. But really he was frantic trying to get to the set and he grabbed the hat and he grabbed the outfit and then all of a sudden he became, you know, Charlie Chaplin. So what was it like? Do you remember the first time for Unc, you saw the glasses and you put them on, and then do you remember building that character for the first time?
It's over time. I built him over time. Like the thing about it was like Unc really just started out with my first video with Unc was him selling to me, but he had a wig cap on. You know, the glasses, that was really the first initial thing that gave Unc his identity as far as, you know, being Unc or whatever. And then it was more so it was the voice. You know, like those two things like really started it. You get what I'm saying? The hat I've been had. Like, I love the hat so much. Like, I got that hat from the Goodwill. Like, it's so raggedy now, but it was in great shape when I bought it. You know what I'm saying? It was in way better shape when I bought it. But the thing about it is, like, I got so many compliments on that hat. Like, I love the hat. I still love the hat. Like, it's not gone, but it just got raggedy. But like, it was the hat. Then I look, I'm like, you know, put this with Unc or whatever. It fits more of an Unc character. For me.
So did you have the voice first, then the glasses? Because for me, is when I build my characters, and I'm on the level as you, but like I have to find the outfit, and once I start putting the outfit on, the wig, and maybe the shirt, the tight shirt or whatever, I start kind of feeling the character. I also find a walk. So if I can get a walk down first and kind of moves through my body of the whole character all the way up to the top.
I'm still learning as far as developing these characters. Like, so like with Unc, it was maybe the voice that came first.
Voice came first. That
really, you know, kind of solidified. Because I do think of like, okay, how am I going to speak with this character? You know, I do think of that. Like, that'd probably be my first thing, because at the end of the day, I know I want a different voice. Granted, I'm gonna hear my voice regardless in all of the voices. It's but the voice I think I start with, and then from there, like now I'm building costumes, because I didn't really know costumes. You know, I didn't really think about costumes in the beginning. I thought about it, but it wasn't like, no, that's a major key.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like now I've kind of been in Johnny Brock's a lot lately. You get what I mean? Just to develop different characters and stuff like that, and just understanding, like, even me going to the Goodwill, like the Goodwill has some stuff that you could probably use for characters. So it's still me learning, but now I'm more so into that. And then it's like now, like this year, I'm really building new characters. So
what's some of the new characters you got?
So we got Elroy Lee Chan. He's a Black and East character.
Okay.
Now he really won't say anything, and like it's still a work in progress. So I'm still, and I'm letting y'all know this, but like that's a character in progress. But they're loving it. Like I don't know what made you come up with this Chinese character, but keep them coming. Like, and so it was that, and those are the type of things I used to hear about Unc.
Yeah.
Or still, so but so they like him, and then I'm working on a character. And I don't know if he's gonna be like a butler. I'm not sure, but he's gonna be Britain or something like that. But got the whole little beard. What is the little?
I think did you put a clip of him on? I
with
saw
the top
that.
hat.
I saw him.
Yep. So I gotta go get another top hat. Son broke the
Is
first one.
Is he stuck back in the old time? Or
Yeah,
something?
but it's like he's here.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah.
So it's just it's really just like, man, just trying out all levels. Man, listen, I want to be great. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I don't mind being known for being Unc. Don't get it twisted, because Unc is actually me. But
Right.
it's just it's like Jim Carrey. I'm animated. I want to bring life to whatever situation you put me in. But I just have these different characters in my head, and it's like, let's build them. Let's see where we can go. We build a whole family reunion.
Right. Have you ever tried to do a scene where you're talking to all your different characters, kind of like what Eddie Murphy does with what's the movie?
The Clumps.
Was it the Clumps, or was it?
He did it.
The Clumps, but that's not what the movie's called. The Nutty Professor. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it was the Clumps, the family name. Yeah. Have you?
No, so that's actually been in talks. So the thing about it is, I have a friend, Chef Steph with Taco Drip, and she said that it's just the thing about sitting down and filming it. Even because like I'm not even worried, like even in the developmental stages, like I don't mind, just having them, because I love looking at my videos. So then at the same time I'm looking, I'm learning. You could have did this,
Right.
Or you might change the tone of this character. However, I'm just we criticize ourselves more than anybody, but
Yeah, I try not to beat myself up too much on it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it a little bit, but then I kind of like, as long as I'm growing and getting better, I feel good about it.
Yeah, no, I enjoy watching my videos. It's just in my head I may be just seeing little bits and pieces, but like as long as I like watching it, I'm cool.
Right.
I'm good. Like
Yeah.
I really don't care if y'all really like it. It's more so for me,
Right.
and like you say, to see my growth. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? Because like I can look at a lot of old videos from my YouTube page and be like, well, anybody can, and you'll see the growth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I hate watching that old stuff.
Yeah. It don't stay on as long no more.
No.
Yeah.
I try to not look at that stuff.
Yeah. I'm the same way. Like I don't even go on my YouTube page too much as far as like going, like when it say refresh or whatever it is, to see the rest of you.
Right.
Yep, this is good enough.
Right. Well, how many? So you're working on these characters. How often do you put a video out? You seem like pretty like you're consistent with it, right?
Yeah, I just no, and that's the thing I'm working on, like consistency, because like I know I could be maybe further, but I don't really like judge that or say like, oh, you should be further. You know what I'm saying? Because like timing is timing. But as far as I do a lot of sharing of old videos. Like I'm learning a lot of entertainers and people do that. Like they share old videos because some videos didn't reach certain people. You get what I'm saying? So
you have a new audience now.
Yeah,
than you did like 3 years ago. Yeah.
And the thing about this is like I do videos when I want to, and for social media it seems bad because yes, they want you to be posting every day and doing. I'm not finna stress my life out.
Yeah.
I'm just, and that's just me. If I don't end up where I'm supposed to be, because granted, how I'm not gonna end up where I'm supposed to be if I'm supposed to be there. But anyway, it's just like I'm only here to do this for me, for real. Granted, you can't. I need the people, but
right.
You come in my world, you have to abide by the way I do it. You know what I'm saying, and be good with it. If you don't want, go where elsewhere. But at the end of the day, this is just how I do it over here. I don't shoot every day.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying I won't. If I get a good enough team to be able to shoot every day, we can shoot every day.
Right.
But as for me, man, it's a lot of things. I do a lot of different things. I'm a barber, amongst, being a comedian, a father. So it's a lot of other things in life that, I have to take care of and that I have to do that is actually making me money to be able to do whatever I need to do. So with that, yeah, I don't I don't create every day.
And you do stand up too a lot too. Yeah.
No, so stand up
You
is
did,
what
right?
I did. I've done it.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. It's something that's new to me still. Like I'm still trying to get the process of writing jokes. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it was like it's never like I don't want it to be pressure. You like like you got to do this. If I got to do it, and and I don't want to do it, I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like I don't want none of this to feel like pressure, man. I like having fun with this.
Right.
And so like stand up, it seems like pressure right now. So I'm just kind of letting it really just flow.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, I've done some and I bombed, and some I've done good. It's just I'm still learning.
Right.
And I'm taking it just the time to learn, and I'm not being really like complacent on just anything at this moment. Like whatever takes off, takes off. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, stand up is in the process, but it's a working process.
It's a different kind of beast
very much
than like doing improv or especially film, because I'm one that when I do my stuff, I mean, I like to be able to edit my own stuff and be able to do 5-6 takes of till I get it right and get that energy up to the right moment. That's just me. But stand up, it's like, I don't know. I guess maybe it's the fear of bombing, but like that's part of it though. That's part, yeah.
But I think it's what it is for me. Like, man, I'm more of a personable person. Like, so the thing about it is, like, I just don't feel like I need to come out here with jokes just to make you laugh. Like, we gonna laugh.
Right.
We just gotta, you just gotta. I don't know. It's just that connection. It's like I just don't feel like sitting in front of a bunch of people at this moment in time.
Yeah.
At this, I'm speaking right now. I'm not speaking for future references, but right now, I just don't feel like being in front of a group of people as they watch me, just to make them laugh.
Yeah, I was really excited about. I think this was a couple months ago. Is you're going to have a roast battle with Mary Jane?
Yeah,
but that got fucked up with some of the promotions or some shit happened or whatever. We don't have to get into anything like that, but. I thought that would have been an epic show because that's, in my opinion, for improv, that's the king and queen right there going.
Listen, I was gonna enjoy it, and it was like I was looking very much forward to it. It's just when it didn't happen, it was something different, because I did, I was on the East Side doing a roast. I've done it 2 months in a row, whatever, with Frost Money, and enjoying it. I mean, it's good. Competition is, it's just fun. I was looking forward to that. It was a little cage deal. I'm like, I ain't never did no cage, roast or whatever. And you got to press the button, and I'm like, okay, something different.
Yeah, some different.
And another platform for me to, for Unc to do what he does. That's just really what I looked at it like, and I appreciated the opportunity because they reached out to me, So for it to fall through at the last minute, it was like, really.
I was going to go to that. I was excited to go to that.
I was too, man. It was just like, so for it to fall through at the last minute, that was messed up. But hopefully, in the future, we, something else gets planned.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I can see just what you do. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong here, but I could see you being like a Steve Harvey with because you are very personable with people and you are very good at interacting with people to do some kind of like game show where you'd be kind of funny and kind of, because I think what you do is you bring out the lighter heart of people with your interaction with people, because we did that charity thing Christmas time and just with the kids and the way you are with just mingling with the moms and the kids, like you bring something out of people. I think you have that quality with like Steve Harvey.
Man, I learned. Listen, I'm from an inviting family. Like my family is very inviting. So the thing about it is, like, even like my brother David, who's here with us today, like he's not biologically my brother. That's my kid's mother's brother. But their family vibe is the same as ours, like so inviting and like literally just like it was just a connection, of the families. But it's just we take you in like you're our own with no problems.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And it's like I want everybody to feel comfortable. Like, why not make a person feel comfortable? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm a cool person. Like, you only come off with bad vibes if you have, if you're a bad person or you have bad vibes.
Yeah.
I just don't never want to put that off to, to mislead anybody. And then the thing about it, especially my first interaction with you, it's like, it's gonna lead to you interacting with me the next time or not interacting with me the next time. But my ultimate goal is to also put out what I do, which is entertainment. I can't put that out there to the world if I'm not inviting to the
Yeah,
world. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So that's just really what it is, and I just appreciate that what I'm putting out there is actually being received as what I'm trying to put out there. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's just really it, man. I learned from the people in my family.
Right. So, if like you could do, would you want to do a TV show, films with your characters? I mean, what is that the goal? Is that
The goal is to, man, just to be trillionaires.
yeah?
Like to literally bring up the city, like in a sense, where it's to like put, I don't know, I don't know. It's more so, definitely sitcom movies, all that, like whatever. There's no limit on what I want to do. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's
yeah.
a bunch. I just want to be able to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like to be able to do it is the biggest goal. And that's just anything in life. To have the proper tools to be able to do whatever it is you're doing is always should be anybody's goal, because without those proper tools, you're not able to do what you're trying to do. And then when it comes to stress and all this extra stuff, that really be like, man, listen, it shouldn't be there. So yeah, it's the ultimate, man, to be trillionaires, to be able to be around a group of people and we're not going through the same stuff we used to go through. You know what I'm saying? And change the generational curse in the families, man.
Well, I think one thing that you do great is you definitely, more than other comedians in St. Louis, and there's no offense to other comedians in St. Louis, but you know how to build yourself as a brand, because you have the like merchandise. You have I think you had the candies out one Christmas and things like that, and so you definitely have a good marketing sense to yourself that you know how to like put yourself out there.
It's what you see. I can't listen. I can't take credit. I just feel like it's what I'm seeing. Like I'm looking at the big wigs, like what they doing.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at nobody down here like what you doing. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at you like what you're doing is like as long as you're doing something, you're doing something. But as far as who are we? What are we aiming for? We're aiming for the big wigs. We're aiming to be up there with the stars and all that. Yeah. So why aren't I watching what the stars and the people who are behind the stars doing? They have merch. They have this, that, and the other. And it's only right. So I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing nothing different than anybody else who want to be in the industry or who is in the industry.
Well, I noticed some, like this is with comedians and other filmmakers, that sometimes they're trying to impress their other fellow comedians, especially like I go to these stand-up open mics, and it seems like they're trying more to impress the other peers more than just trying to find that general audience. And I think with what you hit definitely, I'm sure you get respect with other comedians, but you definitely have a general audience where people's not trying to be a comedian, but yet they're a fan of you.
And that's what you want, though. Like
yeah, that's exactly what you want. Yeah.
Those are the fans. Like, I mean, granted, I'm a fan of other comedians and other people, but at the end of the day, it's like I don't look for them to purchase anything. If you purchase something, like that's an extra for me. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm grateful, but I understand you have a career. You have, what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like my goal is to always to find those people who are not even trying to do what I'm doing, but who have the money and wouldn't mind, giving the money to a comedian or whatever. You're not worried about me being bigger than you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause they're not worried about me at all. Their only worry is, the content.
Right. Well, you gave them entertainment for that night, and they want to give something back to you.
And but it's like, I don't look for the other, because I know, man, everybody, like you're doing your career, so I can't really expect you to, and I expect you to do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Fan or not. But at the end of the day, I don't expect. I can't say I can't, but I don't expect you to do anything for me. And it's understood. It's not a bad thing.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like outside of that, like it's only so many comedians, so many musicians in the world now. We got everybody outside of that who are not. Those are the people I want.
Well, those are people that are going to buy your stuff.
Yeah.
So
those are the people I want. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just that's just how I think about it. And it's just, like I said, I just really look at like, and man, like I want to spend a bunch of money on promotion. Like promotion gets you across that. That's what it is. Like promotion. Yeah. Like they just put that stuff on, radio platform, big, that's all it is, just promotion. But with depending on your funding and all that, you just have to figure out a way to be creative with your promotion.
Right. Well,
that's really it.
Right. It's hard to do that, especially it's pay to play, especially with Facebook and now YouTube, and it's hard to do that when you're paying out of your own pocket for.
Yeah, but you know what it is?
Yeah.
You still got to put footwork. Like, forget social media. Like, I mean, you use it, but you know it comes with limits.
Yeah.
Understanding that, okay, let me get out. I love putting in the footwork. I think it's funner to put in the footwork, but that's why I go out as Unc.
Right.
You know, I don't mind, man. Like, don't be afraid of it. Like, if the people are going to accept it for what it is, they have to accept it for what it is.
Well, that's how you really, I think a lot of people do the footwork still, the smaller people, because that you get fans for life when you have that interaction with them. So people that come out outside their show after a show and talk to the fans and do things like that.
And that's the type of stuff that I love to do. Like, I'm a mobile barber. Like, I like that more than being in the shop. I mean, granted, you get interact, but like it's more family interaction when I go to your home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more so back in the day when they dropped the milk off at the front of the front door, or you called the doctor and the doctor came to your actual house. You know.
Right.
I'm more of that. Like, I love that. And I wasn't even alive during that time.
Right.
But I loved seeing it. And it just, you know, it called for you to be more so you family. You know, like, I got lots of family.
Right.
You know, like, you know, you got always family. Like, I build that family. I don't want to build nothing else.
Well, with your family and also being a barber, and you probably working at a barber shop, you probably have a bunch of characters that come in there. And do you ever pull some of your characters off some of the people that you work with, or some of the people you cut their hair for? Like
in life, yeah, but like I'm not at a barbershop. You know,
oh, you just do mobile. Oh, okay,
I'm just mobile. But like, I mean, yeah, Unc is a character from a lot of, you know. So Unc, that character is derived from basically a lot of crackheads that are in my family that have overcome drugs.
Oh shit. Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So that's where Unc comes from. Now in the hood, you call a crackhead Unc or Auntie. That's what you most, you know. Granted, I'm an uncle for real. Like, I cherish the uncle, you know, name. So like, Unc comes from that, but also me not having an uncle to go to or talk to growing up. I got uncles, but I, you know, just didn't have no bonds with our uncle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Unc, yeah, that's where Unc comes from. So he's a drug overcoming addict, you know, that comes from a long line of drug addicts. But he's showing you the one or the few crack addicts that overcome the drug and turn a life around. You get what I'm saying?
But still have that kind of mental kind of messed up from doing the drugs back then. Yeah.
You know. And that's where I come from. So I'm just putting that story out there. And it's just, but I'm not putting it out there in a negative light, because that crackheads always get the negative light.
They always get the negative. You're right. People will see a crackhead, you know, driving down the street. They see somebody it's like almost they'll treat them like they're not human or something. Like they're like, what's this person doing in the neighborhood? I'm like, well, they're a person, you know.
And it's still a person. It's just they took this drug that really took over their mind. So it's just like, but I come from a lot of overcoming drug addicts, and I just wanted to put that story out there, and just, you know, who really is gonna like a person with no teeth in the front and just goofy, you know? Really, it's not. But I made it cool to like him,
right? And
you know, and give you an understanding, like, you got that same person in the hood, you know, and that person is smart, talented. It just did this one thing that kind of turned his life around. You know, now you know, you see him in bummy clothes. That don't mean he's not, you know, he's not a human. He could be better than you. He just did this and it messed him up.
Right. Well, that's what the powerful thing with comedy is. You can change people's perspective on certain issues in life with just by using comedy. Like, you can probably touch base on certain, you know, topics that are sensitive and people might trigger people. But if you do it like in a good comedy way, a smart way with comedy, you can really make somebody think on a different level than maybe, you know, some. And
that's the goal. That should be the goal. Like, to change some of people of some ways of thinking. Like, not all ways are bad, but some ways would be like, at least let you see the other side of it. Because sometimes we just get one side of the story. It's like, no, here's the other side of it, because I actually grew up with these same people that we, you know, we talk down on.
Right.
So
That was a lot. Well, I just want to kind of pitch what's some of the new stuff you have out on your site that people should tune in.
Man, on YouTube, man, just basically like, well, everything. Cause I just be posting, y'all. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I just post. I don't really. Oh,
you got all kinds of funny.
Yeah,
one of my favorite videos that we played at the STL Live is. I guess it's called a reaction video, but you cut something with some, I guess, Vietnamese kids eating like crab.
Yeah.
Were they eating crab or something?
Yeah.
and they would cut to you doing like your facial expression, then it cuts back, and just the timing and the pacing and the reactions to that. I think we just watched that like recently, and people were laughing watching it. Yeah.
You know, actually, that one video on TikTok that did well is that one.
Really?
And I guess it's because of the sound or whatever. Like, and I thought it was gonna really do something. Like it did. Like I think 13,000 views.
Wow, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
There's that one guy that's famous where like people show those little crafts that you can do or whatever, and the guy makes the face like, I don't know his name, but
I don't either.
But he's super famous right now, and
but it's like
walking red carpets now.
Now it's old though.
Yeah, now his time might be up. Yeah,
because it's like you got you with something as simple as that. Not take no credit from, because man, congrats, you know.
Yeah.
But you can only do this for so long.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? It's
right.
like, and because all he is just pointing out the obvious. Like, yeah, I did all that just to simply could have did this. You know what I mean? And I whatever takes you there, but it'd be like those simple things that take you to a red carpet, and it's like you got somebody like us that are just simply here working hard. And
well, it comes down to a lot of things that's out of our control too. It's just who you know and different
and that's the thing, and that's why I want to get to know anybody and everybody that, you know, God sees fit for me to know. That's why I'm as open as I am, because man, you never know who you can meet or who a person is. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know who you were. You could have been, you know, from what I seen, man. You know, I wouldn't think this is in the. I didn't care if it's in the basement, but I seen greatness.
Oh, thanks, man.
You get what I'm? No, seriously,
yeah.
Bro. You don't come to people's basement and it look like.
Well. I always have to,
and I mean, and that's now,
but the studio first. Yeah, then I tell them, hey, I was at my house, by the way.
But you know, but at the end of the day, I didn't care. Like, it looks wonderful.
Oh,
you
thanks.
did this. You, the wife, you know, I love you to death, man.
Yeah.
But this is, come on.
Yeah. Well, this is what I feel is important for St. Louis, is to give back to artists.
But the platform is well represented as well.
Yeah, I mean, I take numbers from other people with branding and so like marketing. So I knew like, well, if people are gonna be scrolling through Facebook, they might not stop on these videos, but I'll get this Artists United sign, so it's just gonna constantly be flashed in front of people's faces, and
it looks wonderful. I ain't lying.
Yeah,
it looks wonderful.
I'm just trying to. It's just brand building, and so. That's kind of like what I've been pushing for the last 3 years.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Oh, thanks.
You're definitely doing a wonderful job. And then, and like after me or whatever, just hearing about it, because, you know, I didn't hear too much about it before you contacted. After that, it's like, dang, such and such know him too. You know, because I get around and I be knowing certain people, and I wouldn't have thought, but I'm like, okay, that's great.
Yeah, I've met so many great people, just like, you know, through Frost Money and EJ Carter. I mean, I could just go on a list of just kind of big names in St. Louis that have come here, and so I've been blessed, man. It's been, and you know, I'm very humbled over it. It's great. And
it's about what you put out. You putting it out there though.
Yeah. Well, I think the set looks great, and I think something different about this podcast is that I'm really into the art of the artist that's here. So my questions are very inquisitive. They're not like some kind of like, I don't write nothing down and be like, Unk was discovered in this. You know, it's more like I'm just engaged in what you're talking about,
right?
And then I'm asking.
No, and that's, man.
Yeah.
What is brilliant, is wonderful,
thank you.
Definitely very professional. And bro, man, I tell you the truth, I was waiting to be called that. I'm no lie. But no lie. But I knew it was gonna happen. That's why I didn't reach out. I knew.
I was gonna. I was. You're on the radar.
I know. I'm like, it's Matt. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was going to call you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, so I wasn't worried about it. And it was just great to hear from you, though.
Yeah,
you know?
it's great to see it.
Because I was waiting on, because like I say, the set always appeals to me. So when I'm scrolling, I'm like, yeah.
Well, I've been a fan since I first seen you on Facebook, and I always try to watch the stuff when you put it out, and it's hilarious, man.
Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Now, you see, I'm working with the kids, man. I got my kids, them and Unc have a song together. So I'm pushing that right now. It's like I do so many different things. It's like I don't know. If I had the money, I would be putting money so many different places. But by not having these certain finances, it's just like it's getting pushed in those places. But it's just like a bit at a time. But,
yeah.
I got so many different because it's just so much creativity. It's like I can't stop being creative, and I don't want to wait to do it. Like I'm doing it now. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's a clash of a bunch of different things, but I look forward to all of it coming together and just working out, for me. So
well, I think big things are ahead of you for sure. I mean,
appreciate it.
You've been grinding, and I just think you're one of the best, man, one of the best. And there's certain people that have the comedy kind of like rhythm and different things, and just the whole overall like package, and Unc and yourself has always
appreciate
been one.
that.
So
I appreciate.
I think that's a good move. This is just my own personal thing to you to kind of do other things and still do Unc and don't give up on it, but do those other things, because what we were talking about earlier, you don't want to be that guy that's just famous for that and then that's it. Then you walk your red carpet, you get your 15 minutes, and then see you later. Yeah. You want to be like a Jim Carrey, because that's Jim Carrey had to switch up. Do the cable guy. I mean, that was
everything
kind of
he did. It was just like it was. It was him, but it was like, it's like another character.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and he's one. If anybody, like, as far as inspiration, like, definitely he's one of them.
Yeah,
and he's not black.
Yeah,
but no, he's just like, man, dude embodies what he does, and I love it. So but that's what it is. It's like I know I have more to give. And I won't let the world limit me. You get what I'm saying? So,
right.
But, you just get caught up in your thinking sometimes. And you may say some things. But at the end of the day, it's like people just got to understand everybody's human, So, and I'm definitely a person that, takes responsibility for anything that I say, do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it was good to see all that love come.
I think you need, sometimes it's good to need that sometimes. Because everybody has their ups and downs. Life's a roller coaster. So.
Yeah. So it was just that. And it was like, okay, well, nah. I never said I was giving up on him, but I guess everybody took it as that. But it was just a little pause thing, and that's probably how I should have worded it. Just pause on it for a second. And I like to just be, transparent with people. Like, I'm not on Facebook with the fake profile and all this, glitz and glamour. I'm on there really keeping it real with y'all. Like, so, sometimes it be some jokes, but sometimes it be real life. And it's like, man, listen, you fans, you supporters, this is what you get. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing to hide over this way. I'm not living in, doing this and that. This is what's happening. I'm emotional today. This is, or whatever. But just keeping it real with everybody. That's really what it's about. And I'm learning. Sometimes it's all about how you word things.
Yeah.
But no harm, no foul.
Yeah, we're all growing and learning.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm definitely a different person I was a few years ago, or even a couple of weeks ago. Life's a growing process.
And that's the thing. And I'm one of the people who is willing to put it out there that I am still learning.
Yeah.
Just so I can make sure the next person knows it's okay to tell a person, yeah, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Or if it's okay to feel like you're still learning. You're not dumb. You're not this, that. We learn something every day. Now, if you're not learning, that's the problem.
Right. Well, those people that act like they know it all, those are the people that aren't learning anymore, and they're not growing. So.
Yeah, the mind's it's a closed mind. It's like you're kind of hard to work with.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like it's not easy, and that's one thing you learn from the work field. So it's like I take a lot of stuff that I learned and that I'm still learning and implement it in my life. So and it works. It does. The good stuff, not the bad, but the good.
Well, keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm a fan. So
appreciate it. I definitely
we'll have to have you come back on, or
I might tell Unc next time. I had Unc come through for you.
Okay.
You can probably talk
we're
with
moving
him.
to a new studio, and then I'm going to do some kind of like comedy variety show. It'd be fun to do something with Unc, because I think me and you did something briefly, real fast, some kind of little video, but I would love to work with you on something and just do some kind
Let's
of way.
do it. No, I'm definitely. Listen, I've been looking forward to working with you, but it's like more so personal, just like us actually putting something together. Like, even even using the cast or something, but just like some, because I just feel like Unc has like a thing where it's like, man, like even a movie, like truthfully, and that's something that's in the works as far as like really putting them. It's not a real comedy out here. And like I'm not understanding why people ain't understand. It's like it's not a real comedy out here in St. Louis, and I just feel like it's the opportunity to do it.
Man, you're right, because there's been a bunch of there's a bunch of great independent filmmakers. Like David over here, but there's horror movies, tons of horror movies made in St. Louis, and then there's drama.
You got you got
shorts and stuff, but I can't think of a comedy movie that somebody put out. Maybe I could be wrong. I mean
I could be too, but just not nothing that's crossed, like that's really had a buzz,
right,
to the point where it's like, why did I miss this, or how could I miss this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just feel like Unc has that potential to bring that to the table, and then along with other dope people that are here. But I think it's something that needs to be, acted upon, like for real. Like, because like I say, it's just something different for St. Louis right now, and it needs to happen.
Yeah.
Got too many dope talents here, and a good comedy, a good action comedy.
Action comedy, yeah.
Good action comedy. So,
Uncle with a leading lady, maybe.
Hey, some.
Yeah.
Some. Like, I mean, I'm so serious. Like, I'm putting it out there, but.
Almost
definitely.
Flip it, make the damsel in distress, and funny.
However, just know it's gonna be hilarious.
Right,
it's gonna be worth it.
Right.
So I'm just saying, man, like that really. And I've been talking to my partner Ace about it, man. I don't think nobody listening to me, but that needs to happen.
I'd love to see it. Yeah. So tell me when it's happening, and if you need people, let me know.
Oh no, I'm letting you know now. I will. I need you. I'm letting you know now, brother. Like, I think that's just something, when we all actually have time. I got time, but y'all got time. Like, I'm serious. It needs to happen. Like full production, like for real. It needs to happen. That thing in that garage you got out there. Like, yeah.
That blue goose.
Yeah, bring that out. Think about it. You do that, give some of these people in St. Louis something to do, and then they talking about it. That's promo. That's promo right there.
When we did the STL Live thing, we always talked about maybe doing some kind of movie. But the thing with STL Live is we were trying to like get people kind of trained. I mean, I think when we first started that, like you could tell there's different tiers of people when we first started, and then obviously you and Marion were at the top tier, and Shanti was up there, but there's other people that were just first time doing it, but now after a year and a half and going through the pandemic, people, I mean, some of those people have really grown into great comedians and doing some good things. So
and then the thing about it is, man, you just really putting these people in a place that so you know these people. It may not be great or as great as you want, but you know them, so put them only in places that this fits you better.
What they can do.
Yeah.
Right.
And all you need some of these people just for extra work. Like everybody not going to be no star or no coach, that's fine, but you're in there.
Yeah.
Like you're a part of this.
Right.
And this could be the stepping stone for the next one. Like, never look at it like, man, I started off with the play as who was I? I was somebody else. Ended up being, the character that I am, but it took me to be at the bottom or whatever it is, just these little smaller lines, and to get up there. But it's just, I feel it needs to happen. I know it needs to happen.
Well, everybody looks at these big movie stars and they don't realize that it took them probably 10 years of doing different little small things to get to that part.
Yeah, man, we all, and I love doing background work, man. Listen, all that. Because at the end of the day, we all still trying to get to that spot. Like, I'm no better. I don't never treat myself like I'm no better than nobody else.
Right.
I know I'm good at what I do. That don't mean I'm better than you. Yeah. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
and so, like, I'm even on in working, I'm encouraging the next person, because at the end of the day, you still help that star to be that star.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't play your part right, how he gonna play his part right?
No, right. the supporting actor is as important as the main actor.
Yeah, you're just as important, and you know, it's just about making them feel that way. And I don't mind making nobody feel that way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But yeah, that movie needs to happen.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I would love to. Yeah,
and then it brings the comics from here together. You know, like that's something that ain't happening.
Yeah,
like people are not thinking, but everybody want to, you know, oh, we're not supporting. What are you doing to create that support, or what are you doing as part of, you know, as far as supporting the next? You know, I'm all about supporting. I can't make it to all y'all shows and nothing like that, but just know if you got something and I can share it or whatever it is, that I'm about it. But definitely with the movie, bringing the comics together in St. Louis, that'd be dope. That
would be awesome. Yeah.
It would be. And no, everybody don't try to be as funny as possible. Just be you.
Right.
That's it.
If they all brought just their own personal A game, that's
it.
That's all.
It ain't, like I say, it ain't to be that negative. It's just to be you. Somebody gonna love you for being you.
Right.
That's it. And so yeah, I think, like I say, man, it just needs to happen.
Awesome, man. Well, definitely subscribe to his comedy page here on YouTube. Give him a like on Instagram. Right? What's your Instagram?
So
handle?
do Unc the Great on Instagram. Do Unc the Great on everything. Like, you guys can like my business page, but Unc the Great is what the move is. So UNKTHAGREAT. Unc the Great on all social media. Hit him up. He's the biggest thing in the company right now. I'm just here.
But some other good characters are coming now.
Oh yeah,
I've seen a preview of some of them. I think you put a couple videos out.
Yes.
I think I've seen the one with the beard. I know I watched that one.
Yep. And them just like lives just to get the reaction of the people. So yeah, we testing out new waters and things like that. But definitely, you know, but Unc the Great, man. And then, like you said, future characters. So like my short attention span comedy page. On all social media as well. But yeah, Unc the Great. If you forget anything else, remember Unc the Great.
Cool. And I got the links on the video below here, so definitely you can click on those. And thank you so much again, man. It's been good seeing you. Yeah, it's been a second since I seen you. I think the last time I seen you was before the pandemic, so I'm glad we both survived that.
Man, come on now. And we're doing well, and we, you know, it's only means for us to, you know, be bigger and better. So that's just what it is.
And definitely that whole situation, we can go on a whole tangent about that, but that definitely gave me a kick in the ass to do something. I think that was a kind of a wake up call for myself to kind of, you know, as all I'm still waking up, but I for the most part I'm woke. You get what I'm saying? So like, no, if you didn't learn anything from it, you're asleep. Yeah,
that's the part. But yeah, definitely, man. And I appreciate you all for having me. And look forward to coming. You know, do more. Well, Unc probably be here next time, but
okay, we'll do Unc. That'll be fun. So, That'll be fun. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the Daily Dirt with Dustin Higgs. We have great artists every day on this podcast, so definitely check it out. And like the Artist United Network on Facebook. Check out our new sponsor, Soulful Illusion Studios. We're going to be moving into the studio, doing a bunch of fun shows and different music performances there. So definitely check out their website. And thank you for watching.
Go beast.
420 brand clothing.